Tokyo Central, the largest Japanese specialty market right down here in Torrance.
The store offers a wide selection of Japanese products including groceries, snacks, food and drink, from freshly made sushi rolls to their very own delicatessen to the delicious hot foods such as gyudon, katsu, curry, even spaghetti. More impressively, all of the rice bowls in the sushi here are made with Japanese imported rice.
That's exactly what we're here for today. I'm just preparing for my apocalypse. We're gonna try every single one of their pre-packaged food and see how good they are.
If this supermarket looks familiar to you, that's because I already filmed an episode here. That was when I went to the sushi restaurant on the second floor when they first opened. But this time, we're gonna try the sushi counter at the supermarket. And this is probably the most popular section at Tokyo Central.
So every morning they will have freshly rolled sushi. You have the sushi chefs over here working on the sushis and the sashimi. Spicy scallop roll. This is a must-have right here. Variety of nigiris in one $17 box. I'm more for nigiris, especially sashimi. I want to taste the quality of the fish. One of my very favorite Japanese food. Grilled sea eel bowl. This is beautiful for $14.
From futomaki to nigiris, all types of sashimi, and the prices are slightly lower compared to the ones you get at a sushi restaurant.
So let's try this big salmon nigiri. Sashimi, toro, salmon, tuna, fresh squid for $20. Oh, let's see. Oh my god, they have like so many varieties of sashimi, I swear to god. $53 package. You have the uni right here, fresh sea urchin, and the whole assortments of seafood. But I don't know if $53 is worth it. The $25 one also have uni as well. Let's go with the $25 pack. They really care about the look and the presentation. Look how beautiful this is. Definitely not wood for sure. This is just plastic, but it's just very nice. All right, so here are all the sushi and sashimi we got so far, and they already look like a lot. And they also have a variety of snacks over here too. Like you have one section dedicated to chocolate and another for matcha. They also have a section for cookies and candies. I swear if I'm only like 5 or 6 years old, this would be like my heaven. So they have the food court, and there are like restaurants here. But today, we're just gonna try the packaged food. I think this is enough food for the next 10 days. Spicy scallop, sashimi platter, sushi nigiri platter, and last but not least, the baked salmon. Oh, look at these. There's nothing that looks better than just line of identical salmon rolls standing next to each other. It's almost like a cheerleader effect that make them look so good. Excited for this the most. We also have extra soy sauce and ginger over here in case you need some more. Let's go for the nigiris first. I'm gonna try the salmon roll first. Always the classic roll first. Doesn't fall apart when I put it to the side like this. Let's try it out. Salmon is super fresh and sweet. The sushi rice, it's just a little bit overcooked. Like the grains start to be a little bit too soft and it's kind of mushy. What is this? I think this is snapper. A little bit of wasabi on top. Here we go. Once again, fresh, delicious fish. The rice is very well seasoned though, I'll give them that. Just the rice is a little bit overcooked. I think it's just like one of their bad batch of rice. So I wouldn't, call them out on that for no reason. I'll try the fish roll. Look how beautiful this thing is. Wasabi, beautiful. Those salmon rolls just pop in your mouth and it's very salty when it pops. It's almost like you're tasting the ocean. Very special. Scallop roll. Usually I really like scallop roll. Creamy scallop. I love it. Not bad. Not bad at all. 7 out of 10. I want to try the salmon, the seared salmon here. So this one is just seared salmon, and I think there's like spicy mayo on top. So we're just gonna try the normal one first. The salmon is only seared up top and not all the way through. So you can still taste that freshness from the salmon. Beautiful. Really, really good. Oh my God. You can still taste the smokiness of the seared salmon. So when I saw them fish the salmon after they being seared, I was afraid that it's gonna be soggy because they just sear the layer up top so it would not affect the entire piece of salmon. And it still tastes very good. The seared salmon with the spicy mayo. Let's see how it tastes. Oh my God. I'm kind of mad at myself for almost not getting this, but this is actually so good. I'll give the seared salmon a solid 8 out of 10. It's just that good. Next up is spicy scallop roll. You got the spicy mayo. There's already some sort of sauce going on the top. Oh, I hope it's not sweet and sour sauce. Oh God, it is sweet and sour sauce. I'm already not impressed with one whole piece before making any judgment. fellow audience, the reason for my reaction is because I did not expect that combination at all. Right below the spicy scallop is the classic California roll with the creamy crab and the spicy mayo too. Like this whole thing is so creamy, combining with the sweet and spicy scallop. It's just amazing. All right, here we go, piece number 2. Like just the scallop alone is a little bit too sweet and sour, but in combination with the creamy California roll, it just came out perfectly. Long-awaited sashimi platter, here we go. I'm like a kid opening a Christmas present. Oh my god. That's a beautiful platter right there. I don't want the uni to melt. Let's go for the uni first. These looks like Hokkaido uni. They're small and very orange. Oh my god. That thing is just melting. Go for the salmon. It looks a little bit weirdly cut, but that's okay. Let's see the freshness of this. Here we go. Very fatty. I mean, after all, they cannot really beat actual sushi restaurant. Crunchy, chewy octopus, pretty good. Tuna, nothing to complain. Overall, for the sashimi, the quality is there. You cannot expect supermarket sashimi to be as fresh as the one at the sushi restaurant. So I would give this a 6.5 out of 10. I'm gonna go grab myself a soda to wash down that fatty fish. This one looks good. Mango creamy soda. The original flavors. Let's try the original first. Yeah, I never had this hot soda before. Let's try this out. It tastes really good. It's so refreshing too. Oh yeah, that hit the spot. So next up are the hot dishes. So these are pre-cooked meals, especially convenient if you work at the office and you just need like a quick lunch, like a microwave lunch. These would be like the best bet. First up, we have the beef tendon with the Japanese curry. Can never go wrong with takoyaki. They also have katsu, fried pork cutlets, but they've been refrigerated, so I'm afraid that it will lose a little bit of the texture right there. Gyudon. Cannot forget about this. Beef bowl. Where's the spaghetti? I remember they have spaghetti here, but I don't see the spaghetti today. Yeah, where's the Japanese spaghetti when I need it?
Now I gotta say, just based on the look, these hot plates look amazing. They look like something you would see at a local Japanese restaurant. Each meal comes with a microwave instruction, and there are 2 microwaves at the food court for you to heat up your lunch. But let's see if the quality holds up.
I found my $7 spaghetti. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. These are really good. I've had these before and I was really surprised how good Japanese spaghetti are. No offense to the Italian, but hey, they have their own version of spaghetti. On spaghetti, how much we're gonna be able to finish, but we're gonna try our best. Some more rice ball over here. Oh, they even have ramen as well. We're definitely gonna do one of these. This is chashu soyu ramen. This one seems good looking. Nice egg on top. Oh my god, I would not expect them to have ramen here. I think the broth is at the bottom, but let's find out. And that's pretty much for preparing for my apocalypse. Ooh, this thing is hot. Got our lunch ready. First up is curry. This is probably the most exciting dish. It smells so good. All you need to do is just microwave it for 3 minutes and you have a fresh hot meal. I'm gonna try with some rice and the beef. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. Oh yeah, man, that was perfect. Sweet, savory beef curry with a fatty beef. The rice is really well cooked. This right here is just a perfect lunch for me. There are little pieces of beef in the curry as well. And you want the rice to be well coated in that curry. That just looks beautiful right there. They're almost like canned beef. Like they just melt in your mouth. Super soft, super tender. They're not meat, they're actually beef tendon. 7.5 out of 10 for the curry. Next up is the beef gyudon bowl. Beautiful beef bowl. Thinly sliced, kind of fatty, very sweet, very tender. This is really good beef. The beef is a layer on top because right at the bottom, that's where the rice is. Kind of have to mix the whole thing together. Here we go. Really good. Beef is so tender. 7 out of 10 for the beef bowl. If you serve me this gyudon bowl at the restaurant and not tell me that it's from Tokyo Central, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference actually. It's actually just like restaurant cooked. I'm still unsure where the soup is, so let's just discover the soup first. What? It's just one layer. I thought there would be like a second layer where the soup is. Oh my god, okay. All the way at the bottom in jelly form. That's a ramen soup base right there. Spaghetti is up next. Takoyaki. Takoyaki, always a great appetizer. There's like a little piece of octopus, but a lot of it is just batter. They're a little bit soft and soggy. It's not like a fresh, fried up takoyaki like you would have, you know? 5 out of 10 for the takoyakis. Japanese spaghetti. And this is when I'm confused, you know? I don't know if I should be eating a Japanese spaghetti with fork or chopstick. You know what? I'm gonna do it with both, so I don't offend any culture, neither the Italian or the Japanese. Everybody is happy. Tokyo Central spaghetti, here we go. Shameless me, but that is pretty good. The meat sauce is pretty well seasoned, a little bit salty, little bits of beef and with the fat. Like you see, like it's a little bit watery, but that doesn't really matter because in the end of the day, it's a flavorful meat sauce spaghetti. 7.5 out of 10. This one is a minute, and the ramen is 3 minutes and a half. Oh man. Our egg is so overcooked right now. Don't repeat my mistake. Take the egg out before you put the ramen in your microwave. But let's see what it tastes like. Not bad for jello ramen broth. Noodles just a tiny bit soggy, a little bit overcooked, but it's quite alright. Chashu looks good, by the way. Pretty excited for this. I think we'll use a little bit more flavors for the chashu. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. Like before, when the broth is in jello form, it looks pretty much dry. But now, out of nowhere, it got filled up like that. Very thick broth too. Like look at this, see how thick this broth is? I think it's better for you to spend 3 or 4 more bucks to go to an actual ramen restaurant and enjoy an actual decent ramen bowl. This, okay at best, 5 out of 10, if not 4.5 out of 10. Grilled sea eel bowl. It's a good looking bowl, by the way, even though this whole thing is just like foam, but it does have a very nice look to it. Beautiful eel piece. Good eel flavor. They're like little pieces of bones in the piece of eel. A little bit bony for me. It's decent. It's not the best eel that I've had, you know. 6 out of 10. Fried foods made fresh daily. So over here, we have a small little delicatessen serving fresh fried food daily. Like look at these. You have fresh fried chicken karaage. They also have like takoyaki as well, freshly made, fried tofu, pork belly, and all that. And they're also sold by the pounds too. These are $11 per pound. Let's try some pumpkin croquettes. The pork cutlet as well. Look at this. Let's try 1 shrimp tempura. Let's see how many pounds we got in total so far. The entire thing is just a pound. I thought it would have been a little bit heavier. So delicatessen just doesn't stop there. They also have the whole section over here as well.
This section of the deli, however, does not look too appetizing for me, so I think we're just gonna pass.
Alright, I don't even know why I got this deli food, but they don't even look that good anymore. Like now they all look so cold and soggy, but what's the point of not trying anyway? Pumpkin croquette, here we go. That thing is dry. Shrimp tempura. No, just no. I can't. That thing is like the stalest piece of fried shrimp I've ever had. Fried pork cutlet. Look at the size of this thing. The pork is tough and super flavorless. Like there's 0 flavors in that piece of pork. I would not recommend their delicatessen. The food is just not good. 3 out of 10 for the entire delicatessen.
The desserts section actually comes with a huge selection of items.
A little bit more desserts when we're at it, right? I think it's like a matcha pudding below and jellos on top. I'm gonna get this New York cheesecake in a small little package like this. I mean, it looks like New York cheesecake. I'm gonna try this. Almond tofu, $1.69. Why not? I almost feel like Tokyo Central, they don't just have Japanese food and Japanese desserts only, but it's also from like different cuisines too. We're talking American, French, Italian.
They're loaded with heavily sugar items such as mochis, cakes, and sweets.
One of these, there's a green pan. This one is literally said potato. That's so funny. And over here we have dango and also some mochi as well. This is peanut butter mochi. I've never seen a peanut butter mochi before. Let's get this. Let's try this. Mochi gashi. I do want to try a little bit of everything.
If you happen to be a sweet tooth, this might be heaven or hell for you. Just be very careful when you step into this zone. You've been warned.
I just don't know how to finish them all. Okay, maybe one of these mochi and that's it. Getting a little bit out of hand. Maybe we'll come back for more. Alright, dessert is up, kids. And here is something I've been looking forward to because my mind, that was a lot of food to eat. The dessert should taste good in my opinion based on just the way they look. This is really cheap. This is only $1.69. I mean, it's just tofu. It has a strong smell of almond. It has the silky texture of the tofu, but it just doesn't taste like a tofu at all. It tastes like a pudding, like a milk pudding. 7.5 for the almond tofu. All right, next up, custard pudding. I still have no idea how to pronounce that word. Caramel in the bottom, that's beautiful. It tastes like a very creamy flan, a little bit less sweet. The pudding thing is just a little bit lighter than a normal flan, and it has that coconut flavor to it. 7 out of 10 for the custard pudding. Right, up next is matcha cello. Presentation wise, pretty good looking dish. The color of deep green, like look at that. Very strong matcha flavor. Zero sweetness, it's just the bitterness of matcha. But I think that's why you need to accompany the matcha with sweet on top. And that was just a perfect combination. Just the red beans alone, it will be too sweet. The matcha alone, it will be flavorless. Together, the texture and flavor just go really well together. And they also have like 2 pieces of mochi here as well. The mochi is not as sweet as the red beans, 7 out of 10. And here we have New York cheesecake Tokyo Central version. Honestly, I don't have much expectations when it comes to New York cheesecake at a supermarket. It's not as sweet, like the sweetness is not as intense as the other cheesecake I've had before. It's very creamy, and the custard, the cheesecake layer, is very eggy. Like you can taste the egg yolk flavor. I like it. Overall, it's not like a traditional New York cheesecake at all. I mean, just look at the way it's wrapped. It's almost like a gift bar. For $4.59 for this cheesecake, I would buy this thing. 7.5 out of 10. Up next, peanut butter mochi. So bouncy. This is pretty good. I've never had peanut butter mochi before, but this is pretty special. The mochi layer outside is very chewy and sweet, and meanwhile, there are actually chunky bits of peanut that is crunchy in contrast to the chewiness of the mochi outside. 8 out of 10. Do you hear that? 8 out of 10. Mochi gaishi. Basically, we have 4 different flavors. Matcha. Here we go. This one is very sweet. Like the mochi outside is already sweet, and the red bean inside is even sweeter. Like it's just a lot of sugar in one bite. I think they're all the same. I'm gonna try one more just to make sure. No, I think it is still sweet beans, but it's a little bit less sweet compared to the red beans that we had. 6.5 out of 10. All right, up next, potato. And it literally what it says in the back, potato. Is it a potato or is it not? I'm confused. It's a cake. The filling inside is more or less sweet mung bean, and not gonna lie, this whole piece is just a little bit dry. 4 out of 10. Mini choco mochi. There we go. Very flimsy. Smells good. Smells like chocolate. So it is sweet mochi covered in chocolate powder, and the bitterness from the chocolate powder, it really balances out the sweetness. So that's why it's not too intense in terms of sweetness. I like it. 7 out of 10. Pretty good. We came here at 11 a.m. and now it's already 3 in the afternoon. We've been eating for the past 3 or maybe 4 hours even. The food quality is pretty much as good as it gets when it comes to, you know, packaged food at a supermarket. So your best bet is probably the rice bowl or the Japanese curry. If I work in an office nearby, or if I'm gonna buy these and stack in my fridge, the rice bowl would be the first thing that I would buy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. And I'll see you in the next one.